The State Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Mrs. Tosin Ajishafialuko, in her welcome address, said that the production of a climate action plan for Ekiti, as endorsed by the governor, was to identify the risk that climate change poses to the government's policy areas and plans. Ajishafialuko, who was represented by the Acting Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Mr. Tunde Balogun, mentioned that the action plan will also identify how the government can help Ekiti adapt to the challenges of climate change.
The overall intention is not to invent a new policy or to confuse existing plan, but rather to prompt us to think about how they will be affected by the challenges of climate change and to bring all of the climate change related elements of our work into one document where they can be accessed and understood.
The technical advisor to the state governor on climate change, Mr. Oliver Owen, who presented the Ekiti Climate Change 2025, said that the event aimed to alert the people of the state to the realities of climate change. He emphasized that it was a natural phenomenon that was already present among the people and measures must be implemented to address the challenge.
The way out of climate change, no one can avoid climate change entirely. So when you talk about that is one, how do we adapt to the challenges? How do we build resilience so that when these things happen, we'll be better placed to face the challenges? And what do we do about mitigation, meeting Nigeria's contribution to cutting emissions? So the way out is to really think about this is me.
Stakeholders, including Professor Abiodun Olatunji, Professor Wole Adebayo, and the legal practitioner Oluwaseyi Ebenezer, called for more advocacy and enlightenment, noting that climate change affects all sectors of the economy and must be addressed promptly.
There is hardly any sector, any part of government that climate will not affect if it happens. That's why we have to be proactive in most of the things that we do.
When we were expecting rain was not falling. Now that we are not expecting rain is falling heavily. That is what we call climate change.
And what we are doing is to tell you here now, it's to tell you that we are already experiencing the impacts of climate change. And irrespective of your sector, whether infrastructure, energy, urban planning, water, all the sectors, they have roles to play.
Stakeholders from various MDAs present at the event discussed how climate change has impacted their offices with the aim of proposing necessary solutions. Ademola Adeleke reporting.